Hi, today I'm going to be ranking every ride at Canobie Lake Park in Salem, New Hampshire. There are a few things before we start. I took all of these photos and videos, and also I had permission to film them, so don't worry about that. Okay, first up, at number 47, we're going to have the mini dinos. The mini dinos are a pretty basic kiddie ride, and that's all I really have to say for them. That's why it placed last. Number 46 is Autobahn. It's a pretty regular circular kiddie ride, and you see it everywhere. Number 45 is Flower Power. It's a whip ride, but it's for under 48 inches only. Number 44 is Boston Harbor Patrol. I've been on this ride a few times, and the theming's nice, but I've seen many other similar rides. Number 43 is Blue Heron Lake Cruise. It's pretty much just a regular boat ride, and it's just not something that I like personally. Number 42, Antique Cars. Usually I like antique cars more, but I don't think I like this layout very much. The one at Santa's Village is better. Number 41 is the Canobie Express. It used to go all the way around the park, but then they retracted it, and now it's pretty small, which is why it scores lower than it would have. Number 40 is Kiddieland. So it has a lot of rides, but all of the rides are kind of the same, so that's why it has this interesting position. Number 39 is Kiddie Canoes, and it's a good concept for a ride, except that sometimes the water doesn't flow fast enough and the operator has to come and push them. Number 38 is Jump Around, and it's just a smaller wave blaster, but it's still pretty fun even if you aren't a kid. Number 37 is Skyride. So it's pretty much just a ski lift, and it's kind of boring since I do this every winter when I go snowboarding. This is the first POV in the video, and I'm sorry if they turn out shaky or anything. Number 36 is Sealand Rescue. So it sort of fits in the theme with the area, and it sort of doesn't, which is alright. I got a video of it, which is nice, so you can actually see what it looks like. Number 35 is Giant Skyville. It has a nice view from the top, but the line can get long, and it's not worth it. Number 34, Rowdy Roosters. I enjoyed this ride, but it can only fit a very few amount of people on it at a time, so the line gets long. Number 33 is Skater, and it's a nice ride, but it's not as thrilling as I wish it could be. However, the lights are nice, but it could be better. Number 32, Junior Sports Cars. The layout's nice, the cars are great, it's a good ride. Number 31, Alpine Swing. It's a good swing ride, and that's really all I have to say for it. Number 30 is Jungle Bounce. It's a fun ride, and it gives a nice sensation. It's just a miniature drop tower though. Number 29 is Mini Scooter. These are some miniature bumper cars, and they work well. They look nice, and they're actually decently popular, surprisingly. I haven't been on them, but they look fun. Number 28 is Twist and Shout. I don't usually spin often much on this since I don't ride with a lot of people, but when you do, it's fantastic. Number 27 is Castaway Island's Lil Squirts Lagoon. It's a nice play area for young children, has some nice water blasters, but no small slides, unfortunately, and that's something they could improve on. Number 26 is Crazy Cups. It's a pretty fun ride, just your average teacup ride, but I think it's great, honestly. Number 25 is Da Vinci Stream. It's a really fun swing ride, and you get an excellent view from the top of it. It makes some waves and dips, so it feels like you're gonna hit the plants a few times. Number 24 is Dodge 'em. These are the park's bumper cars. It has a very catchy song playing about the car wash, but overall it's a fun ride, and they do allow head-on collisions, which is a lot of fun. Most parks don't allow that, unfortunately. Number 23 is the Canobie 500. It's a fun ride, but the line can get long as each car only sits 2 people, but the layout is great. Number 22 is Over the Rainbow. This is a pretty fun ride. It's like teacups in the sky. You can spin really fast with these since they're designed for kids, and it can get a little freaky up there, but it's a really fun ride. Number 21 is the Venetian Carousel. It has many fun things to ride on, such as teacups, as well as animals, horses, and benches. It's a double-decker carousel, and it has great artwork on it. The regular carousel isn't going to be in this video, since it hasn't been working for a few years. Number 20 is the Wave Blaster. It's a really fun ride, but unfortunately I didn't get a video because I forgot to. But it's more fun with more weight. Number 19 is the Dragon Coaster. Honestly, this is a pretty fun coaster, and it's actually pretty popular. So, it's your basic kiddie coaster, just with 2 helixes, but you do get some good laterals on it. No airtime, unfortunately, but I mean, it's a kiddie coaster, so you can only expect so much. It's themed nicely, and the new operation's kind of weird, but everyone makes it on, so I guess it works. Number 18 is the Tidal River. This is the strongest lazy river I've ever been on. It's not very lazy, and it goes very fast. It's so much fun. Number 17 is the Rain Fortress. It gets pretty busy, and it's the structure with the bucket that dumps water. The slides that go straight are usually the best. Number 16, Caterpillar. I just like this ride so much personally. I like when the cover goes over him. That's pretty cool. That's not something you see often, and I think it's pretty fun. It's like a Himalaya ride. Number 15, Ice Jet. This ride's fun, except the line gets long, and it doesn't go as fast as I wish it did. It does go forward and backwards, though. Number 14 is Pirate Ship. It has a theme with the nearby water park, and it's my favorite if you sit on one of the ends. That makes it even more thrilling. Number 13 is Star Blaster. This is such a fun ride. The countdown makes it a little freaky, but it's really fun. You can also see the scientists dancing in the window if you have a very fun person working there. And it actually is just a little startling or scary, but it has a really nice view from the top. Number 12 is Zero Gravity. It's really fun and fast. It spins around really fast, and once it starts tilting, it gets really cool since it feels like you're just gonna fall right into the ground, but you don't. And I mean, that's how physics works, but it still feels really cool. Number 11 is Wipeout. This is a chance type ride, and it's really fun. It used to go forwards and backwards, but unfortunately it doesn't do that anymore, but it's still really fun. Top 10. Number 10, the river slides. There's 3 river slides. The yellow one, in my opinion, is the most fun, so if you choose, go on that one. Number 9, the Mine of Lost Souls. The first part is themed to a mine, and after you go through the waterfall, it just gets a bit scarier with animatronics. Tall Timber Splash. This one is honestly one of my favorites. So, on the wet slide, there's a lot of strong turns, but on the wetter slide, there's one very strong turn. So, this is the wet slide that I'm showing you. You can see that a lot of these turns are a bit jerky. Also, this is my first time filming on rides, so it's not as good as it could be, but it still gives a pretty good representation of the ride. Okay, this one is the wetter slide, and so far it's not as exciting as the other one, but soon we're about to get into the turn. I think that was it right there, and you actually go over halfway up the wall, and that's pretty scary. Number 7 is the Turkish twist. This one spins really fast, and you get stuck to the wall, and seeing the floor drop is a very cool visual. There's not very many of rides like this, but this one is really cool. Number 6 is the Extreme Frisbee. This ride is so much fun to ride over and over again, and the line's never too long since it can seat 40 guests at one time. It swings up to a pretty high angle, and it does actually do a bit of spinning. And there's a lot of screaming on this ride. But I think it's an excellent ride, and one I definitely never hesitate to go on. Number 5, Psychodrome. This one's cool because the scrambler runs really fast, but also cool because there are light effects that are really trippy. Number 4, Yankee Cannonball. This one's a classic. I would ride it more if the line wasn't so long. They retracked the thing, and now you don't get very much airtime. This happened in either 2015 or 2016. I'm not sure. Also, some of you might disagree with me for putting this at 4th, but mostly it's because I feel like the line's not worth it. I just don't feel like waiting an hour more than once to ride this. But I always ride in the back when I do, and that makes it very fun. Also, the first drop is always a great time for me. The first drop of any coaster, actually, but especially this one. I love how you go up and down on this one. That's just something that's really fun, honestly. Number 3, Policy Pond Log Flume. I love log flumes. I think they might be my favorite type of ride. The one at Canobie is great for multiple reasons. 1, it has not 1, but 2 drops, and 2, the big final drop is a really good one. It's tall, it's fast, and it's pretty steep. The first drop, actually, interestingly, got us wetter than the big drop, but that was our experience. It also goes through a cave, which is fun, and it goes through this little pond area. It also has a nice wood setting, and it goes along with the theme of the area, and that's always nice. Also, you can see some other rides from here, and I like being able to see other rides from a ride, and that's just something I like to see. This one's actually not as bumpy as some other ones I've been on to. This one's probably my favorite. The other ones I've been on were the one at Santa's Village, which I'd rate 2nd, and then the one at Storyland, which is 3rd. I'm sure I've been on some other one sometime, but I just can't remember that right now. But yeah, those 3, they're all pretty good, but Canobie's is definitely the best, and it's fun to ride it multiple times because the line's always moving, and that's something that's great about it. Yeah, I just love the theming on this one. I'll stop talking so you guys can actually watch the ride. Number 2 is Untamed. It's my favorite roller coaster there. It has a very steep drop and it's really fast. The video that's coming up is pretty dark since it's nighttime and very, very shaky. And hopefully someone knows what's going on in that. But first, it starts off with climb straight to the top. Straight up, yep. And then once you get to the top, you stay up there for a second, and then you're launched right down into the loop, the beyond vertical drop, and the ginormous loop. After that, you do a bunch of crazy stuff. You do some other upside down stuff. You do lots of stuff, basically. And then somehow you make it back to the station. But honestly, it's a really crazy ride, and I think that it is definitely one of the best rides I've ever been on. Now for the best ride. Number 1, the Boston Tea Party. Yeah, I just like it so much. The thing is, I just feel obliged to go on it every time I go, whether I want to get wet on it or not. It's just one of the rides that you kind of just have to do every time because it's just so much fun. And it's wet, it's fast, it's really, really fun. What more could you want from a ride? It's also fun for bystanders, where I guess not so fun, you might think, but because everyone gets splashed, and believe me, that wave goes far, and very far. And then you have to get dripped on by the dock, which you unfortunately can't go on anymore to watch the splash, but I guess it is what it is. I'm not sure what happened, but something did. And I'd easily ride on it many, many times. I know I'm wearing a poncho, but